So, practice feel different at all today, or was it relatively similar practice to it?
Well, it was a little different, a little bit more intense than the normal Sunday practice. But after the game that we had, it was what was needed. And the message is now that it's gone, the 24-hour rule is in play, and no different than when we win a ball game, we lose a ball game, got to let it go, and we got to move on to the next one.
Was there a singular focus at all today? I mean, was it a tackling crash course or anything, or was it?
Defensively, we did a lot of the tackle circuit, and offensively, they did a lot of ball security stuff. Every Sunday is you try to focus on some of the fundamentals that were lacking in the game. And again, win or loss is all the same, but so we made sure that we put an emphasis on that and did 2 cycles of it. So just to continue to try to improve on our tackling abilities.
Every team at the beginning of the year, they kind of figure they're going to hit adversity at some point, and now that it's kind of in your guys' face, does it feel at all like USC last year, where there's an opportunity to really propel off from this loss at all?
Well, anytime you run up into a roadblock, you learn what type of team that you are, and hopefully that's we can learn something from the film and work to get better at that. Everything that happened on last night was a learning opportunity. We watched the film and the players, they saw it. They see where they made their mistakes and where they have to make their improvements, and as coaches the same. And so we're all in this together, and we'll move forward together and move on to the next game, because it's the most important game, because it's the next game, and hopefully that we can rebound from it.
In terms of figuring out who you guys are, is that something that you can put a timetable on, figure out, we figure out that after a week in response, or does that kind of just extend and you keep figuring it out?
Well, I mean, eventually, you hope that you get your identity and know exactly the type of team that you're going to be. But no question, after a loss and how the guys respond, how they bounce back, coming out on Tuesday's practice will be a great indicator. Moving forward into Wednesday's practice and Thursday all the way up into the game will let us know, and then ultimately the test is how do we do in that game. So we'll be working hard and getting ready for that challenge.
Is there anything positive that you can take away from last night?
We played 2.5 great quarters, and we just got to make sure that we're putting a full game together. We got to learn how to close out a game as a team, but it's a great learning point to let you know that the game's never over till the clock says 0-0-0, and that's what Coach always talks about. But sometimes you got to get burned before you realize that stove is pretty hot.
When you're on the losing end of a game like that, are you a guy who stays offline to try and not see it at all, or have you developed some thick skin over the years where you can kind of handle it?
Well, Coach always talks about don't listen to the noise, and that noise is positive and negative. What's most important is what we're doing inside those meeting rooms and watching the film and getting better from it. So everybody will have their opinion, and they have their right to have that. But it's up to us to energize the fan base again by coming back out next week and playing Coug football.
All right.